Bound 15 and Phillip Island beckons. It's the Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix. The Australian Grand Prix gets underway. Sete Gibernau from the pole position, not having a good of the word. Sete Gibernau down in third position. Valentino Rossi ahead of him in second position, but Gibernau ahead of Valentino Rossi and going for the lead.
What a move! What a move! Doesn't get the lead.
It around Siberia. Bayliss going through the left-hander. Rossi down. Two Ducatis ahead of him. He hasn't seen that for a while, has he?
He certainly has. We're suffering from shock shortly.
I don't know. The dirt is surely going to crash. How the dickens did he keep that?
I think. That's Alex Valos showed him a wheel as well.
Rossi takes places. How does he do it?
Two Ducatis.
This Rossi hanging off that Yamaha, trying to reel in. Sete Gibernau, has he put the coals on this morning? He certainly has. Had Honda. Oh! At the Honda hairpin, it worked.
There they are away as Rossi goes to the inside. Rossi back to the lead.
Lap has left the door open to Sete Gibernau, and Gibernau's got him back and through. Half a lap to go. Gibernau leaving a great trail of rubber on the tyre. Going to go around the outside and barges. Does he push Sete Gibernau? Does they even touch? Sete
certainly is. Gibernau, Rossi, these are the men in contention for the championship. Sete must win it.
He's got Rossi behind him. A good thing or a bad thing? Who knows? Just lost the line around the top of the hill as they break down for the hairpin.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
You know, Rossi, he's going to win the MotoGP title 2004. He did it with Honda last year, but now he's done it on a Yamaha. Number 46 continues to reign.
Rossi is the...
Start from the front row and away they go in Barcelona, as they go down into turn one through the first switchback.
Can Stoner get up the inside of Valentino Rossi as they break? No, he can't.
He tried very hard.
He certainly has. We ride with Valentino Rossi. The man in front of him is Jorge Lorenzo.
Two Yamahas are in front. As Jerry Burgess watches on intently now. The top three in the championship, nothing to choose between them.
Fighting out at the front. One of the greatest of the MotoGP circuits.
The downhill left-hander, and it speeds up through here. On the inside of Lorenzo, Rossi through, and Elias crashes out. There's his foul. It's brilliant to see this, isn't it? The top three riders in the world.
This is really warming up at the front. Rossi and Lorenzo. And the honour of the World Championship, Lorenzo retakes the lead.
To say in this race, it's a great battle. Nothing to choose between these two. The Honda, Yamaha or Ducati is still doing...
Here they come again, side by side into turn one, 3 laps to go. Rossi retakes the lead.
Pass, it's setting itself up for a grandstand finish here. Time, didn't he? Lorenzo just watched. They love Jorge Lorenzo as well, and Lorenzo gets close. Valentino Rossi leading the Spaniard.
This is MotoGP at its best. Now they're on their very... God, nearly hit the back wheel of Rossi's Yamaha there. Rossi retakes the lead, half a lap to go. No, Lorenzo back in front. Fans will urge on the world champion. Here he comes once again up the inside. It's close, they almost touch, but it's Rossi who's going to take victory. What?
Then the race is yours to lose. Valentino Rossi has won that one in dramatic style by...
Legendary Assen venue. Red flag has been taken away. Johan Zarco on pole. Zarco got away well, but Zarco though holds firm, leaves his braking really late. Rossi's up into third place from fourth, running up into fourth as well. Zarco though, briefly, he's got the advantage at this stage of the race with the soft combination. Yeah, the theory, which of course has been thrown out of the window quite a few times this year, is with that hard tyre on the Zarco from Marquez, Rossi and Petrucci, that's your top four. Scott Redinger's just fired in a 1:34.617, the fastest lap of the race. That has really concertinaed up now, hasn't it, as they come down towards the Veenslang. 18 and a half laps to go. You know, with Zarco, you just wonder whether, you know, he might be just running out of a little bit of edge grip with that soft option. Valentino Rossi still in third place. Zarco, Marquez, Olga's back up into 7th place. Rossi's through on Marquez. That's down at the first corner. So Rossi then makes his move towards the front. Rossi up to 2nd. Yeah, he lined him up a couple of laps ago, did Valentino Rossi. Come into turn one, on the brakes. They left a big enough gap, and Rossi's not going. 15 laps ago, another classic encounter here.
Rossi's going for it.
Rossi's in the lead. Rossi at turn one. Valentino Rossi leads here in Assen.
The majority of here into. Oh, there's a touch there. Zark on the inside through turn number 4. Definite contact.
And almost contact between Petrucci.
It was not more dire consequences for the pair of them.
Here they come into the chicane. Rossi leads the way. Marquez right behind him. Then Zarco. Then Petrucci. But a fight of all fights.
Deary me, I've got to say, there was no room there for Zarco. Massive whack on the left shoulder.
We ride with Marc Marquez. Valentino Rossi in front of him. He did right in contention in Barcelona. Zarco's not out of it yet. We've seen this before from Zarco.
Left little finger that kept him out of the Barcelona race a couple of weeks ago. There is Petrucci then, heading for what would be his second. Going to be close to. He's going for it. That's Ruben, turn number 5. Petrucci. I was just about to say he's lining up places.
7.5 laps to go.
He's hitting the rain spots first, so Rossi's going to be more cautious than those behind him. Petrucci's using Rossi as a great reference. Petrucci's about to take Marco in. Crutchlow now moves up to 5th place. Coming under pressure, Rossi's still leading the way. The 2 Italians behind him on a Ducati. So it's Italians 1, 2, 3, but it's Yamaha, Ducati. 4th place in the race. Petrucci fights straight back on Dovizioso at turn number 5, safely through at Struben. Petrucci back in Dovizioso, Marquez. Bad news for the likes of Johan Zarco and Jorge Lorenzo.
We still have 5.5 laps to go.
Well, look, guys, here in pit lane, this rain has now died out. It's pretty much stopped.
The chicane, surely Petrucci will go up the inside. No, he can't quite find a way through. How close was that between Rossi and Petrucci?
I decided no, he is lining up Rossi, but Petrucci up the inside as he lines him up, back into 2nd place.
Petrucci amended.
4 3/4 laps to go. Here comes Dovizioso. He definitely thought about it that time round.
Hats off to Rossi. Another DNF now would be so detrimental for his World Championship challenge.
Dovizioso have 2.5 laps remaining of a truly amazing.
Here he comes then out of turn number 11. Rossi in the final sector.
3rd place. His 115th Grand Prix victory.
For 3rd place. What a fight. What a race here. In lasting 2nd. Marquez just holds on.
115 Grand Prix victories of motorsport. His name, Valentino Rossi.
Races than this year's Czech Republic Grand Prix. Valentino Rossi and Sete Gibernau with the Ducatis and plenty of mistakes going on. Even from the list led the Ducati charge for the early part of the race, hanging on to 3rd. This time it was Sete Gibernau. Notable attack from Valentino. Over halfway through the race, 4 were away. The surprise was that Max Bianchis fighting with Marco Melandri. And there's one of those mistakes I was to rise, the Brno circuit. Once Rossi caught Sete going at it, there could be no tactics in a race for motorbikes in line with Capirossi with the old mystery electrical fault. So the first inklings that all might not be losing rear end grip. Then his teammate Troy Bayliss started. As we've come to expect, Sete Gibernau was now a head-to-head between the top 2 riders of the again, like he'd been beaten at the Saxon Ring last time out. And Sete Gibernau, super after his 4 wins.
The track that consistently produces great racing, and Valentino Rossi could clinch the 500cc World Championship down under.
Will Rossi play it safe? We doubt it. He and Biaggi start side by side. The run down to Doohan's. Who's going to make it to the first corner first?
Doohan's, a phenomenal corner it is, and it is Valentino Rossi that's there, but around the outside goes to Mulberry Yamaha. No, he doesn't. Wow, this is the track the riders absolutely adore.
It's Olivier Jacques who's punched through to second.
Unbelievable. So through he comes. Mind you, 250 riders like this track as well, so we've got a Jacques, and he loved every second of it. Look at the birds scattering. That's a major problem here at Phillip Island.
Motorbikes on.
And these boys just love it. Oh, there goes Hager. Hager up there. Then Hager sticks it under Jacques. Jacques goes back another place.
Barros leads.
Hey, it must be contract time.
Oh, Keith. Ah, fair play. Hager mixing it up with Rossi, Barros, Jacques and Biaggi.
Barros in the first corner. And Valentino took a look at it, but I tell you what, you've got to get a corner right, that one particularly. But there is the option to go around the outside, so you've got the inside for the left-hander.
Oh, but Barros isn't having it. Hager's all over him.
Yeah.
He always rides so close to the guy in front.
He does, sometimes hitting them.
Good points.
Jacques is in fourth place.
And Biaggi right with him, just a couple of bike lengths back in fifth. Hager the fastest lap, but it's only lap 2. How many lead changes have we had?
Great camera, this one, all the way down the side of the bank to the hairpin, then tracks round with them as well. We're looking at 46, Valentino Rossi in second place behind the Brazilian Alex Barros on park 4. Meanwhile, Hager on the Red Bull Yamaha.
Rossi still second. Hager!
Oh!
You can't overtake there!
Yes, with that. Showing a little bit of grey there, Mick, got to say.
Hager up to second place, the highest we've. Wonderful front
Oh, look at that.
straight. Rossi goes to second place.
The domain of the brave, Doohan's corner. Almost rammed him up the back again, lost momentum, almost gave Jacques an opportunity. Valentino Rossi closes in on Barros at the front. This Grand Prix bike has bitten him a few times this year.
Max Biaggi showing some interest.
Here we go. Up. Oh, I tell you what, Valentino, fraction out of shape there.
Valentino doesn't have to do this. He can ride around behind this pack and become world champion.
Now then, what can Biaggi do? This is the kind of track where Max Biaggi in the past, especially on Hilly, does he? Oh!
Take that.
Except keep out the way of Hager, possibly.
Yes. Good advice for anybody.
Like the rest of the field.
Noriyuki Hager, where have you been all year? Apart from, well, Portugal till the crash he showed very well, and Donington.
Oh, this goes on to the next round. Even though he wants to finish and win a World Championship with a win, fact of the matter being...
Oh, this last corner, Keith, it's wonderful, isn't it? Well, it's 2 corners, really.
I was going to say, yeah, the last one onto the front straight is 200 Ks.
No,
a bit more than that.
It's 300 Ks plus, isn't it?
Yep. Now here's Hager finding the slipstream, and second place he goes as well. Barros, first to third, all in one straight line. Here comes Jacques.
And Yukawa's there as well now. The whole group of joy.
Bit as well, doing the right thing.
Look at the second group. Capirossi's dragged them up to him. Capirossi's now got Olivier Jacques.
Valentino Rossi off the front, Max Biaggi in second place. Racing just a while ago, it suddenly burst.
Oh,
wow! That was rubbed his seat. No one rubs his seat like that. Max Biaggi has just had his behind felt.
By Alex Barros' front tyre, I think. This is where you don't want wing mirrors.
If you had them, you wouldn't have them for long. They get knocked off.
You'd park now.
Oh, and he's back under him.
That's Capirossi.
And he's coming back at him as well. We've got our Honda Pons West bikes mixed.
And that's Sete on the back of this group, isn't it?
18. And Jeremy Burgess, great team manager.
3
laps to go.
Yeah, 2 3/4, I was about to say, Keith.
That'll do for me.
Half a second, the gap last time round between Rossi and Biaggi.
Biaggi closing in on this final stage, though, the final bit to the flag.
He knows the championship is gone.
Yeah, but he still wants to rub Valentino and stop him from having that extra little psychological
he
advantage.
He wants to steal the spotlight off him, of course he does.
Some of the thunder.
Is that Olivier up to third now?
It looked pretty good for me. Olivier Jacques on 19, keep an eye on him. Yes, it is. Oh, dear me.
You're right about that third place, Keith. It's a nightmare.
It's one I want to watch on telly, not be in. My voice is going to die, I feel, on this last lap. Here we go, out onto the left-hander. Look up, Biaggi, building through the left. Max Biaggi's might be thinking he is. Jacques is there in third place.
He took space off Barros on the brakes there. You can't do that.
On gets the draft. He comes alongside Valentino. He goes past as we have 2 laps to go.
Dive into Doohan's.
Biaggi still leads from Valentino Rossi, but look at the third place at the moment. Capirossi just about has it from his teammate Alex Barros, but the fly in the ointment has got to be said. He's a good habit of coming back.
Well, the 3 Italians, though, out the front
This could become very personal.
very, very shortly, I
Oh,
feel.
look at this. What a finish. When did we ever have a finish like this?
Has
Well-
there ever been a better 500 Grand Prix?
Well, not split. Oh, there was two bikes joined just there. Who was it?
Were they both black and white?
Well, it doesn't matter because they swapped paint.
So no one will tell.
Through Douans then. Max Biaggi, the fastest man into Douans.
Where's Valentino able to close? Is he able to close?
Well, still it is Caparossi third. Still Barros there in fourth place. Yes, it is. Olivier Jacques has managed to get a bit of a gap on the pursuing pack.
The last corner.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Oh.
Look how close he's prepared to run it. He's going to go up the inside. Valentino Rossi, he is an absolute superstar. The Yamaha has the power to get out of the slipstream by the line.
He's close.
Here we go, slipstream time. The line.
Oh.
Now he's done it in the 500 class with a 22-year-old Italian by the name of Valentino Rossi, who has the whole world at his feet. Never makes the same mistake twice. There he is then, confirmed the winner of